So, I want to talk about something that's rarely discussed, I should say. That's Albert King. Now, everybody who's been playing for any amount of time should know Albert King. He is one of the greatest masters of the less is more playing style. Plus, he inspired Hendrix, and everybody, no matter if you're a guitar fan or not, should know Hendrix. But what I want to talk about with Albert is, seen as if Albert was left-handed, but I don't think Albert had a teacher. I think he just watched other people do it, or maybe he had a book. That's all I think he had. And nobody corrected him. So all the mistakes he made, nobody was there to say, hey, maybe you should try this way. So Albert ended up doing a lot of things wrong, or at least was to us considered wrong. One example would be, as he was left-handed, he was likely presented with a right-handed guitar. So what he did was he actually managed to figure out that he's supposed to play it with he's supposed to be picking with his dominant hand. So he turned it around, and basically what he got there was the strings upside down, and he didn't have the brains to change them. But that brought up a gigantic problem. That meant that Albert couldn't play chords. Now, how do you play rhythm guitar if you don't play chords? Well, Albert, he kind of did something. I don't know if I'm sure somebody else hasn't done this before. I think I've seen some of the early jazz guys like Wes Montgomery do this, but it's mainly because I'm thinking what Albert did was he placed his finger, like, as you know, he had thin strings on top. So he would simply take this part of his finger, the first little, what's it called, segment, let's call it that, of the finger, and place it on the three top strings, which would for him be the G, B, and A string, G, B, and E string, sorry, and then simply do a chromatic slide up, like two steps up, just back, and that was his way of playing rhythm. I've been experimenting with this, and personally I enjoy it, but it shouldn't be like an alternative to chords. You should still learn chords, but this could be a fun little thing to do if you have another rhythm guitarist, let's put it that way. You can watch some great Albert videos of him doing it, and that'll teach you more than I can.